All right. Just what I was waiting on for Shayla to go see Angelina. Following up with that interaction she had at the apartment with Ant-Man, Anthony, aka Little Ankles. We all knew she was going to go see Angelina, right? We knew that. And so, of course, she's going broke, busted, and disgusted and heavy. And it seems like, based upon the caption, she is regretting having Kai. Let's watch.
Look at my two favorite babies.
Look here. If that ain't favoritism, I feel like when she says my two favorite babies, every time they come into a skit, when Shayla and Kyle walk into a skit and she says my two favorite people, I feel like it translates to say my two money makers, my two individuals that's gonna bring the bag.
Baby. Kai. Yes.
Am I the only one that's just like feeling some kind of way because it feel like we watching Kai grow up? Because we done seen him come in as an infant, and now he turning into a toddler, teething and crawling and all of this stuff. I feel like the low key uncle 20 times removed just watching him grow up.
You look heavy.
He's adorable though, I ain't gonna
What's
lie.
going on? Just want to get some sun, Yeah. Show my baby what God can do.
Yeah, God can do a lot of stuff. God can bring you to your knees. God can bring you to a place of realization. God can show you the error of your ways. And God can show you that, hey, you're doing all of this wrong. And there's consequences for your behavior and your actions.
In nature, I feel like that's the least I can do for him. Take him to parks.
As a single mother.
Get him closer to God. Because I feel like I've already ruined his life. So it's the least I could do.
Look at Angelina's face. She went from smiling and kikiing and cooing to... Y'all, this is the second time within a matter of, a week or two, week and a half, where Shayla then came to Angelina, busted and all over the place. Now she about to lay it on to her mother.
Shayla, what are you talking about, ruin his life? What are you saying? You know what? How about we just have a seat? How about that?
Under your little gazebo. That's what she called it. Look at that guilt eating up Shayla. Look at it. It's eating her alive.
Okay. What's on your mind? Because you sound really, really heavy.
Mm-hmm. Heavy.
I don't know, Mom. I'm just starting to regret that I even had Kai. What?
Now, should she regret having him or regret how she conceived him? The way she did it? Or is she just trying to figure out and filter her feelings?
Because I just feel like I put him in a tough situation. Like, why would I get pregnant by my best friend at the time's husband and think that was going to turn out right? I had the decision. I could have made the decision, Mom, to not put Kai in this situation. And that's not what I chose.
I don't like Shayla right now, but I guess I give her a 0.5 point for coming to that realization. Because she's acknowledging that it wasn't just about her. At the end of the day, it's not about her. She put her child in this situation by conceiving him with a man who was committed and married to somebody else. And it put his stability, it put everything that can ensure that he has a great quality of life at risk. Because the reality is, if Angelina did tamper with that test and Anthony is not Kai's father, now you got to figure out a whole new dynamic for him. And this is why we say all the time, you have to be mindful of who you lay down with and have kids with, because the long haul, the big picture of what your child gonna have to endure and go and deal with. So she's at a realization right now where she's realizing that she put her child in a tight spot, and she's starting to see that.
No, that's not what you chose. What you chose was properly. The Lord blessed you with a son. Children are a gift from God.
Yeah, they are.
What were you going to do? The alternative? Then how would you have lived with your son?
I just feel like my son doesn't deserve this life long. He deserves to have his father. You know Anthony's not going to be here.
Well, listen, we don't know where Anthony is going to be, but I promise you one thing. Wherever he is, his money will be here.
Clearly, Zashri been saying it. She all about money. She all about money, and she's about image. And it's like if Shayla can't have Anthony, then because you got his son, he sired a son. Ain't that what she told Coca? His money's going to be there. So with that speaks volumes what she said. His money's going to be there. So even if he's not, what she said, he might not be here, but his money will be. So in other words, if he decides to leave, then you're going to take him for child support, because I'm going to see to it that you do that. Look at that. Just look at the anger in Angelina's face. It continues to confirm for me that there's a whole backstory to Angelina's life. Like I said before, some review videos ago, there's a backstory to Angelina where she was in a similar situation like Shayla. Or she might have been Kai herself as a kid, as a baby. And she doesn't want that for Kai. And she doesn't want Shayla to have to go through that. And she's doing everything she can to stop that from happening, even if she's going about it the wrong way. Even if it means being conniving towards Anthony or praying with an E, P-R-E-Y on Anthony. She got a lot of healing she need to do. It seems like Shayla is trying to come to a place of realization and contentment with the fact that she made some bad decisions. But Angelina is...
It's not about money. It's about Kai having his father in his life, his parents in his life. He didn't deserve to be brought into this world of drama.
That is a first that we've ever heard Shayla say something like that, because as long as we've known Shayla in these skits, she's been about money. With Arby, she was about money. When she started messing with Anthony, she's been about money. Oh, I'm going to be living Amber's life. I'm going to be living in the house. We're going to be taking these trips. This is the first time we've ever heard her say it's not about money, Mom. The one person that's been coaching her, it's not about money. It's about this child. It's about him having two parents that are on good terms to be able to raise him. That's big coming from Shayla.
Maybe so, but let me tell you something. He has a life better than 90% of the people around the world.
A kid, just because a kid's parents has money, that don't mean they're having a good quality of life. Because you can have all of that and your parents be absent. Okay, so I don't know what she's talking about.
He has a roof over his head. He has loving parents. He has loving grandparents. His aunt loves him. Like, what are you saying here? Shayla, Alicia, you better get a hold of your mind. Do you hear me?
In other words, you about to lose the bag.
The biggest gift God has ever given you. Just his presence is going to mature you. Just his presence is going to teach you how to stop being selfish. Now, I don't disagree with you in some of those areas. But what is most important is that you understand that my grandbaby...
There you go. Y'all see that look in her eyes? She felt that way growing up, that she was a mistake. This personal for Angelina, y'all. It's personal for her. This ain't got nothing to do with Shayla. This personal. And she feels like there's something generationally happening that's being passed down to her grandson that she's had to feel at a point in her life.
Has never been, or nor will he ever be, a mistake.
I agree. He's not a mistake. I agree, he's not a mistake. How he got here might have been the issue, right? That's like saying we going to a destination and we just ran a bunch of stop signs and ran a bunch of red lights, causing potential havoc and potential accidents and potential tragedies. But nonetheless, we got here. So even though Kai's here, how he got here caused a lot of chaos, caused a lot of trauma, caused a lot of PTSD, caused a lot of hurt in many different ways to many different people. You know, and that's just the reality of it.
And I love my baby. I just wish I chose a better life for him.
Things will get better. They will. You see? You're going to give him that energy. He's going to know that you feel like he's a mistake. Do you want him to think that? Look at the energy transfer.
That ain't energy. That ain't energy. That ain't energy. That them mosquitoes tearing him up in that Georgia weather. That's what that is. Stop. She. Oh my gosh, she be over exaggerating. He ready to eat. He ready to get off that Similac. He ready to put some formula in that milk. That's what that is. He hungry. The child hungry. He been working. Ain't there some child labor laws for these skits? He hungry. He starving. That's what that is.
You have to fix it.
He ready to go eat. He want to go Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay, baby. You're right, Mom. I'm just being selfish again.
What?
Come on, son.
Ah. Just when I thought she about to really double down. Shayla about to double down because her mother done convinced her and talked her into doubling down. She's saying she being selfish. This is going to continue to go downhill. Anthony is not going to be bothered with Shayla. She going to double down. He not going to be bothered with her. He going to continue to deal with Kai until he learns that Kai might not be his child. I think what's getting ready to happen, Angelina going either have Anthony come to the house or she going to go see Anthony. And she going to think she going to be able to say some stuff to him. But she going to see a different side of him. That's what I think happened. Drop a 5 in the comments if you think she about to go see Anthony. Because it's the second time she came to her about something Anthony and Kai. She about to go see Anthony. Drop a 5 if you think that's what's about to happen. Like, tag, share, subscribe. All right, we out.